Good day, my name is Salman Enoch and I will be discussing about different functions in corrosion prevent maintenance. But first, let's discuss the importance of corrosion maintenance prevention. Measures are designed to protect materials, subtracted and metallic structure from the deterioration that result from the substance, chemical or electrochemical interaction with its immediately surrounding. Using different functions will help to prevent any corrosion and maintain the safety, reliability, and effectiveness of materials. It also helps reducing the expensive replacement progress required when corrosion occurs. The first function of corrosion preventive maintenance is to adequate cleaning. In order to prevent corrosion in aircraft, make sure that aircraft is well cleaned because it helps remove unwanted things in the aircraft that can cause corrosion and damage to the materials. The second function is to third product lubrication. Lubricants is important because it's used to reduce friction and prevent rust in the engine that causes corrosion. That is why the engine should have periodic lubrication from time to time. Corrosion weakness the structural integrity of a metal aircraft and its part and can lead to expensive repair and significant safety hazard. Left undetected and untreated corrosion can make an aircraft unworthy. It's just matters of years. That is why it's important to have a detailed inspection for corrosion and the possibility of figure of protective system because it can help to prevent any unnecessary problem with the aircraft that can't be prevented if the right inspection happen. Next function is to prompt in terms of treatment, corrosion, and touch of damaged paint areas. So, as I've mentioned, that important of details inspection of aircraft because when you do a proper inspection, you will know the current problem with the aircraft that can't solve right away. So, after a proper inspection, is your inspection show that there are some engine or need a touch up in some parts of the aircraft. This needs to address promptly to prevent any big problem to aircraft. Safety reporting is filling of report and collection of information on actual or potential safety deficiencies called have safety significance. Accurate reporting aims to improve the safety of aircraft operation by timely detection of operational hazard and system deficiencies. It plays an essential role in accident prevention, enabling the identification of appropriate remedial action by prompt analysis of safety data and by the exchange of safety information. In this industry, it is important to use proper materials and have a dedicatedly training personnel because the aircraft manufacturing industry is very demanding when it comes to news development and quality control. Its aerospace equipment, component, parts, and design are required to be in line with the highest standard, resulting in the becoming even more complex than before. Also, in order to maintain an aircraft, it should have young personnel to do it. That because maintenance an aircraft is difficult, which is why it's required a right and skilled number of employees. The next function is to maintain the basic finish system. So in this function, they should always check all the basic finish system like the engine and propeller, because this basic finish system is important to have a safe aircraft that we can offer to client. One of the reasons that the corrosion happens is when there's a dust, water, or any obstruction in a specific part of engine. That is why it is important to check in drain holes of the engine are free of obstruction, because a simple water can lead to a corrosion. Next is daily draining of fuel sump. As a safety measure, the fuel sump should be drained before every flight during the pre-flight inspection. Fuel tank should be filled after each flight or after the last flight of the day to prevent major condensation with the tank. To prevent fuel contamination, avoid refueling from cans and drums. It is important to check the exposed critical areas like battery compartment and battery vent opening, since it's a high risk to have a corrosion since they are exposed to dirt. The next function is to seal aircraft against water during rainy weather, or proper prevention on sunny days, because the water from the rain can cause a corrosion, since all water contains some dissolved oxygen and is therefore somewhat corrosion. Next is replacing deteriorated or damaged gasket and sealants to avoid water intrusion and or entrampment. When its personnel notice that the gasket are damaged, they need to replace it immediately to prevent any entrapment of water, because water can cause corrosion to the materials. Using protective covers, most important in those exposed areas, can help to prevent any dirt to engine that can cause corrosion. That is important to maximize of protective covers when the aircraft is parked.